Good morning, everybody. I hope you're all seated and ready to begin. First of all, let us introduce ourselves. My name is Vesna Stamenković.
And I'm Andreas Jandl.
And we are going to be your hosts for these 2 days at the European Conference on Literary Translation. I hope you're all as excited to be here as I am. This is a huge event, and it's a major thrill in my life to be here with you all. We are going to be working for 2 days in this hall, thanks to CEATL and the people who organized this, most of all Cécile Denia. Before we begin, I would like to start with some technical information. There's about 300 of us here in this room, another 1,500 people following us online. So for those of us here, we have access to Wi-Fi, the passwords and usernames are by the door. Also, the latest issue of our magazine, Counterpoint, in English and in French, which you can also take by the entrance. Those of you who are not present but are with us online, you can download the latest issue as well as all previous issues of Counterpoint completely free of charge on our website. So, before...
CEATL.eu.
CEATL.eu, yes. So, welcome everybody to our conference, and I would not like to hold the microphone any longer, but to invite to the stage Mélanie Herrbach from the European Parliament to wish us welcome to this place. Thank you.
So, good morning, everyone. Welcome to the European Parliament in Strasbourg. I would like to sincerely thank you all for being here. It's a pleasure to see so many people gathered in this room, enjoying our premises. Our team and my colleague, Ms. Allos, whom you may have already met this morning, enjoyed working with the organizer of today's event, the European Council of Literary Translators Associations. I have to say, I also did. Je m'appelle Mélanie Herrbach et je travaille au sein de l'unité des conférences du Parlement européen à Strasbourg. Notre unité est chargée de coordonner les événements organisés par les institutions et les organisations extérieures avec des partenaires avec qui nous travaillons en dehors des sessions plénières qui ont lieu à Strasbourg tous les mois. L'événement auquel vous assistez aujourd'hui et demain est l'un d'entre eux. Il incarne parfaitement l'objectif que nous poursuivons au sein de notre unité, ouvrir les portes du Parlement européen pour favoriser les échanges et le débat démocratique. Donc, les rencontres européennes de la traduction littéraire sont une opportunité unique et inédite, si j'ai bien compris, pour tous les acteurs du domaine de discuter des enjeux de la circulation des œuvres en Europe. Et si j'ai bien compris, vous êtes très très nombreux dans cette salle et aussi en ligne, de toute l'Europe, mais même au-delà. Donc, nous vous souhaitons à tous des échanges fructueux et bien sûr, un événement très agréable dans nos locaux. Si vous avez des questions, n'hésitez pas à faire appel à notre équipe, à vous adresser à mes collègues qui se feront un plaisir de vous aider. Je vous remercie pour votre attention et très bonne journée à tous.
Dear conference participants, dear organizers, dear representatives of the city from Strasbourg, dear President Francesca and Cécile, it is my pleasure to send you a few greeting words from Brussels. Unfortunately, I cannot be with you today in your conference, but I think it's important that I send a strong message of support from the European Commission to your conference. The reason why we support you in this conference is obviously because we see the translation of books as one of our key features in the Creative Europe program. There is no distribution of books in the European Union of smaller languages without translators. This is the reason why your work as translators is so important, and what you are discussing here in the coming days in Strasbourg is so relevant for the book sector as a whole. You know that in the Creative Europe program, the book sector plays an important role. 8% of our finances go to this sector. We support translation, we support the publishing, we support the writers. We have set up a new feature with the European Day of Authors, which also should support the book sector in particular. And we will continue to do this. Now, you know that we have a policy discussion for quite some time here in Brussels about the working conditions, or should I say the precarious working conditions of people working in the cultural sector. And obviously you as translators, representing the translators, are very much familiar with these difficulties. I will hope, and I do really hope, that for the coming period, with the new commission, with the new college, which is just putting and settling at the moment here in Brussels, this will be one of the key elements of our policy action in cultural policy. You have seen that our President von der Leyen has given the mission to our new commissioner to particularly look at the working conditions, and I hope we will all be able to benefit from that. You know that the book sector is a very relevant sector for our action. 8% of the Creative Europe program go into the book sector, and we want to maintain this strong position. Now, obviously, there are quite a bit of challenges out there. There's a lot of pressure on the sector, and with all the changes, digital changes, artificial intelligence, and other elements which have an important impact on what you are doing, I think we will have plenty of work in the next coming years to deal with all these challenges. Now, I believe later you will be able to see some of the projects we support, for example, the Atlas project, which is one of our residency projects for translators, where you can see how the Creative Europe program in action supports you and your sector. Now, a clear message from the Council report on translators of the cover is that the cooperation on European level is essential and vital for the success of your work. We have been last year, as a new element, trying to go also reach beyond the borders of the European Union when we were the honorary guest of the Guadalajara Book Fair, where the European approach of dealing with literature and of dealing with books was very much in the center, and we had very interesting contacts and new networks which were built after this event. Nothing else from my side. You know, we are living here interesting times in Brussels. We will have a new college. We will have a commissioner for culture, youth and sport. And I'm sure we will have a very, very strong voice from this political side, which will defend your interests and which will make sure that we have a better living for everybody who is in the sector, and in particular the translators. I wish you all the best for your conference, interesting debates and exchanges, and I'm looking forward to receiving the report of this conference, which will be a very important contribution to our work here in Brussels. Wish you all the best. And
I would like to thank Georg Hausler, Director for Culture, Creativity and Sport of the European Commission, for his kind words.